Hey guys, good morning. Today we're going to put together the um, content generator, the automatic content generator. Unfortunately, I did actually already put it together this morning, only to realize that I wasn't recording my desktop. So I've got a 45-minute video of me narrating how I built this just with my face showing and none of the actual Integromat scenario. So this is the finished product, but unfortunately, we're going to have to go through and do it again. So Integromat. This is the database. I'll just delete all of the data in there. It's a very, very simple database, so I don't think we need to start from scratch. We literally have four fields: name field, image field, link field, image output. I'm just going to build this very quickly. There's nothing more annoying than wasting time. Airtable search records, and so we're going to pull in all of the records that exist in that database. Currently, no records exist though. But course content generator table images to generate, and then we're going to go into the view, which is create image. Create image simply has a filter on it that no image is in there. Save that. And so we're going to want to first off pull in all of the images that we have. Sorry, we're going to want to grab images. So retrieve from the RSS feed. And an RSS feed, for anyone who doesn't know, it's like a code. It's code format of all of the content on a website. So I'm going to use Cointelegraph in this space just because they have nice images. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the titles from here and we're going to paste them on top of these to generate content. So back up here. And so all I will do is a Cointelegraph, copy this URL, and we just get this by Cointelegraph RSS feed. And most websites have an RSS feed, by the way. You can also get one for a YouTube channel. For almost any blog, you'll be able to get an RSS feed. We're just going to paste that in there, and we're going to ask it to give us 100 results. As you can see exactly what it gives us. It gives us the link to an article. It gives us the date it was created. It gives us the title, a description. And unfortunately, they don't give us an image, so we'll have to go and scrape that ourselves. So next up, what we will do is we'll go to good old trusted rapid API. And we'll do OG link preview. And we'll literally just copy this and go and make our request. So what this will do is it will scrape the website and it will just get all of the metadata on any particular website. Add that in. And then just a query parameter of URL. URL, and the URL will be the link here. Sorry. URL, paste that in, and we'll just run a quick test. Paste in there. 200 response means okay. And so first off, what we would do is we'll search records just to make sure that we don't already have the record in our database. Name equal to, and we'll put in the title. Sorry, here I need to pass the response as well. And as long as the record doesn't exist, then we will go ahead and create a record. So we can create, sorry, let me just scrape that again. Just to give us a cleaner output. Image Airtable will download for us automatically from here. And link we will put in, we'll put in from there. Okay, so we can go ahead and there will also be some, if there's an error and condition ID does not exist. So that is just making sure that an article with the same name doesn't already exist. Just to stop us having any duplicates. I'll run that and this will start adding in images. So yeah, you can see they're quite nice images. So whilst that's running, we will come over to Banner Bear. Like I said, I've done this once already. So I'm gonna have to upgrade because I've used up my credits. Bear with me one moment. Okay. So the way that, okay, I'll just start it from scratch. Course content new. So first off, you create a project in Banner Bear, and then we just go through and we can select a template. So the template that I was using, you can browse through all of these. Basically, you can adjust any image, any text, anything on that you see on these. It's all completely dynamic. So you can edit absolutely everything on here, on all of these templates. You can also go ahead and make your own templates. So really, really nice tool to work with. For quotes and the things like that here as well. So the template that I am using is this one. We'll add it into course content new. And to get started, so down here they give you all of the code that you need for the API request, and I just need to get the API key. API key from there, and come back up here. So now we're going to go ahead and make a second path where we're going to do a Banner Bear request. Banner Bear is already built into Integromat, by the way. And we're going to make an API call. I'm going to have to add in a new connection. Back up here, course content new. And then just down here, so we need to send the request to v2/images. It needs to be a post request. And then for the remainder of this, we can just copy. We can just copy from here. Okay. And so under name, when I did this before, we were generating content for like hundreds of Instagram accounts. And so we would actually put in these names dynamically. So it looked like this content was uniquely made for each of the accounts, when of course it in fact wasn't. And then under metadata, we'll just put the record ID. And under text here, we're going to put the name. And that is now done. And then the next thing that we need to do is we need to make a new Integromat scenario. Webhooks, custom webhook. Copy this. And we're just going to come back into Integromat here. And down here where it says webhook URL, we would just add that in. And so Banner Bear will actually ping us whenever one of our images has finished processing, so that we can go ahead and download it. So not that one, sorry. It's my old one, integrations webhooks. And we can just put that on to run. And I'm going to put in a filter here. So what will happen is whenever we have less than 5 images in our queue, we will automatically go and fetch more from our RSS feed. So total number of bundles less than 5, then it will go up this path to go and try to fetch more articles for us to be able to create content around. But in most cases, it's going to go down this path. So we'll put this as the fallback route. And we're good to go. Let's run that. And now we've just been pinged on our webhook URL. We can just go ahead and open the image just to make sure it's what we wanted. Yeah, looks good. Only thing that I forgot to do is to change the image. So we can change that, and we now add in the image from here. And let me just go ahead and run that. I'm just going to only run it once, not to waste credits. Let's get that to run again. Image is generated. Much better. Now, the next thing that I want to add in is Banner Bear offer functionality where we can highlight specific keywords. So if you saw in their template here, they have highlighted text. So if you wrap an asterisk around certain pieces of text, it will highlight them and turn them into a different color for you. So again, we're going to come over into Rapid API. And this is where AI gets really, really interesting for me, because we can plug it into automations. And it's kind of like having a human being able to do kind of like manipulations to your text. So I'm already subscribed to this API, so we can just go ahead and copy the text, and we can add an HTTP request in there. Add in our first headers. Query. And so I'm going to ask the AI keywords from this text by wrapping them with a asterisk. And then we put in the text here. Okay, we need to change that into a post request. And let me just get an example piece of text for us to run a test on. Let me just reword this. Sorry. Paste that in again. Okay. And then under name, we'll just put the output from this on there. And finally, if we come back in here, and we're going to add these records back into Airtable. And sorry, update a record, not create a record. And so from the metadata that we gave before, we can choose the record ID, and we can also then choose under image output, I will take the PNG file. I sent over some more records than were needed there. And so now we can just turn this automation on, activate, save. And now when we run this going forward, well, you'll see what will happen. So So we can run this. Currently, there's no images generated. So this will be a table of, these are our generated images. And this is the one that has just been made. So I can remove that limitation now. And so we now have literally a completely automated content generator that will actually go and fetch new content whenever it runs out. As we'll see in a minute, once it processes all of these records, there's only 2 left. It will now run up to this path and it will go and fetch more content for us to be generated. So again, this is all completely unique content. If we actually wanted to be like even more interesting and more creative, sorry, that needs to be ignored. If we wanted to be even more interesting and even more creative, we could also employ artificial intelligence to kind of rewrite this text for us. And you could also do AI-based image generation and ask it to generate an image similar to this, which would be like, I'm not using this for any commercial purposes, so I'm really not worried about that at all. But if we wanted to avoid any kind of copyright claims, of course, we're using other images in this demonstration here. That would be kind of one way to do that. And so again, it's just gone and fetched a load of new images for us. I'll stop it because it will go and fetch 100 and I don't want to sit around here watching it do that. But it will now go and turn those into content again. So Banner Bear is just a fantastic tool. There's no 2 ways about it. It is a brilliant tool for kind of content generation. And this is kind of touching on the surface of what is possible. You saw all of the different templates that they have. They also do video generation, which maybe I'll do a video on in the coming weeks. But we've literally just generated like 20 completely unique images. These are up-to-date news articles. Most of these will have been released in the past couple of days, and these can literally be posted straight on Instagram or Twitter, or wherever you wanted to use them. We could also even build an automation on top of this to use something like repurpose.io to go ahead and publish this this content automatically on Instagram. So yeah, I hope that you appreciate the value in Banner Bear. It is truly a fantastic tool, and I strongly recommend you to play around with it. Really nice API, really interesting tool to work with.